Yo, what up? My name is AD, aka Anno Domini. I'm CEO of Anno Domini Nation, one of the premier beat selling businesses online. We've been doing it for about 12 years now. We've worked with a bunch of people from 50 Cent to Wu-Tang to Snoop Dogg. And yeah, I moved to LA about 2 years ago, and here I am. So my name's Adrian, and people call me AD for short. And in Latin, AD stands for Anno Domini, you know, like in the year 1560, Anno Domini. The bottom line is I started as a music fan. I just always loved music, and I got into it for the love of the music. When I started out, I was actually in college, and I just started messing around with like some free production software, you know, in my bedroom on my free laptop. And I was just messing around with it. I loved it. I kind of found I had a knack for it, and I started posting my stuff online. And before I knew it, all these artists were hitting me up, asking me to work with them and, you know, to buy my stuff. And all of a sudden, this kind of like light bulb just went on, where all of a sudden I found something which I really enjoyed doing. I was getting paid for it, and I was just having a blast doing it because, like I said, music is what I loved. I mean, when I started out, this was like 2003, 2004, something like that. And the whole online thing was just kind of blowing up, especially for artists, for independent artists and for musicians. And all of a sudden, you had this platform to really put yourself out there and reach a global audience. So all of a sudden, you didn't need the backing of like a major label. You didn't need to get started with a company behind you or a manager or something like that. You could just put yourself out there and grow your own career, basically. So what happened was back then there was a site called SoundClick.com. Like a lot of old school producers still remember that. And we used to always upload our beats there. And that was kind of the jumping off point for us. And actually, our company, Anno Domini, was one of the first ones to get into the whole licensing game, you know? Like the leases and the non-exclusive licenses and stuff like that for artists. So, you know, in 2000, nobody had really heard of that. But fast forward a few years later, and all of a sudden, this was like the standard way for artists to get beats from producers legally and use it to make money with. So, yeah, back then it was like the heyday, and it just kind of spiraled from there. And today it's just the standard way of doing business and the standard way for artists and producers to hook up online. To be honest with you, the number one thing is just hard work. No matter where you are or how talented you are, if you're not going to put in the work, then eventually you're going to fall by the wayside. So that's kind of the most important thing right there. But aside from that, I think what always kind of separated us from many other producers is that we really sought to create a community with our artists, and you know, we always try and do things for them. We try and organize events, we try and do showcases, we try and do prizes and stuff like that. So I think the reason why people are stuck with us all these years is because we've just grown a community with them, and they feel like they're a part of the movement. Yeah, we relaunched our website about half a year ago, AnnoDominination.com. And really, we just wanted to take it to that next level and give artists this kind of 360 service where you don't have to go anywhere else. Basically, you come to our site, you get the beats, you get the mixing, the mastering, you get the promotion, and we just try and give artists everything they need to not just record a song, but you know what happens after that, you know. So we try and you know, blast them out. We have a community feature where artists can actually upload their tracks to our site, and it gets showcased to hundreds of thousands of our listeners. So I feel like, again, we're just trying to nurture the community and give something back and really provide artists with everything that they could need to just take their career and their music to the next level. I'm from Germany, but I just moved out here to LA from London. I was living out there for a long time. So for me, being mobile is really important, which kind of puts a lot of emphasis on software and just having a really pimped out laptop. I mean, I still use my Korg Triton, you know, my MIDI controller. Apart from that, that's pretty much the only hardware equipment I use. Apart from that, you just need a nice set of monitors, a nice audio interface, and that's about it. You're good to go. I'm kind of lucky in a way that I already managed to work with a lot of my idols growing up. You know, I love that East Coast 90s vibe, Wu-Tang Clan, Mobb Deep, and stuff like that. So I feel blessed that I got to work with a lot of these guys already. But I mean, I would honestly, like, one of my favorite MCs of all time is Big L. So if I could go back in time and work with him, that would be amazing. To me, underground is grassroots. It's the indie community in the sense that these guys came from the bottom, they worked their way up on their own back, and the talent speaks for itself. You know, often underground hip-hop is associated with independent labels, it's associated with just making it on your own, and you can only get that through talent. So it's not about the promotion, it's not about the marketing, it's not about the label, anything like that. It's just about the talent that speaks for itself. So for me, underground is always equated with talent. AnnoDominination.com, that's our beat website. And again, that's also where we have all our artist services, the mixing and the mastering, the graphics, all that good stuff. And I'm also the CEO of modernproducers.com, which is our producer website. We sell drum kits, VSTs, anything you need to be an amazing beat maker, just like me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, shout out to UGH Thank you for having me. It's stoked to be in the new office, and you guys have always had my back. I've got yours. Thank you.